What is going on, guys? It is approximately 5:30 a.m. for me Eastern time, and as I'm getting ready to go towards college, I thought that I would take some time, make a silly video, a fun video about my top 10 most hated UFC champions of all time. So, this is based on who I think the average fan sees as the top 10 most hated. Not just my opinion, but what I think people think. So essentially, number one, Tyrone the Chosen One Woodley. Rapping career was very suspect, and obviously inside the UFC cage, he was an extremely talented, explosive athlete with the ability to finish a fight at any point. But he was very inactive, and outside of the cage, he was whiny, race baity, and just overall had a why me attitude. So he's number one for me. Number two, Tito Ortiz. Back in his day, the guy was a cardio machine. Actually, an exceptional wrestler, like very, very good overall. But when the Chuck Tito fight was supposed to, take place, Tito did everything he could to duck Chuck, and I think that was the point where fans started, disliking him and thinking that, hey, listen, this guy's actually ducking Chuck, making excuses about how they're friends, and because Chuck's story was that they were training partners. Tito, lost a lot of fans then, and obviously got smashed by Chuck twice. Even though he got his revenge like 10, 15 years later, it just Chuck was the winner of that story, and Tito became hated overnight. Number three, Tim Sylvia, the former UFC heavyweight champion, disrespected and hated throughout all of his career. Obviously, didn't have the looks to be, a champion or a superstar or a star at all. And, people just didn't understand his Midwest attitude, his country attitude. He was just hated, didn't look the part. And when Randy Couture finally beat him for the heavyweight title, a lot of fans were pleased, and Dana White was just ecstatic. Number four, the Oscar goes to Aljamain Sterling, the former bantamweight champion, an amazing fighter, amazing grappler, but his original fight with Peter Yan really, really sullied a lot of fans' views of him. And his next fight with Peter Yan, where he was just, holding Yan from the back, even though it is a tactical way to, to win a fight against Yan, because Yan is so dangerous all over the place. So I'm not blaming Aljamain. I'm just saying that when fans saw this, they were not excited. His fighting style is not too exciting, and his personality is not the most exciting either. Number five, a guy that was loved by so many fans and was a superstar and still is a superstar, Israel Adesanya. Now Israel really summoned Alex to the UFC, and he summoned something that has changed his career. Not only did he take a bad loss against Alex, but Alex took all of Israel's aura. Alex is this UFC champion right now that's loved by, I would say, almost everyone, where Adesanya is a 50-50 split. Some people really love him, and some people absolutely hate him. Also, Sean Strickland did not do Adesanya any favors by calling him out, not only exposing him with his behavior with his dog, this, but just dominating him for 5 rounds. Israel's also, a very different character. The way he dresses, the way he colors his hair, gets his fingernails painted. He is a different character, and I enjoy that in our sport, because I don't want too many bland characters. For example, like Leon Edwards, but a lot of people, he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. So Israel Adesanya, number five. Number six, TJ the Snake Dillashaw. Connor said it best, called him a snake, kind of started snowballing all these different things towards TJ. TJ goes on from being the bantamweight champion, loved for beating Cody Garbrandt, to losing to Cejudo, and like everything for TJ kind of fell apart. The EPO thing came around. He tried to come back after he served his sentence. Tried to fight Aljamain with one arm. Everything fell apart for TJ. TJ became the snake as soon as Conor, put that moniker on him. Number seven, the greatest welterweight of all time, the current king, Bilal Muhammad. I'm joking about the greatest of all time, but I am very impressed with Bilal. I think none of us really understood what this guy can do, and he proved a lot of us wrong. Bilal is going to get a lot of hate and a lot of love. I think it's going to be 50-50, just like Adesanya. I think the people that love Bilal, especially from the Middle East, that area, are going to really, really love Bilal. And the people, maybe a lot from the West, maybe are not going to, love Bilal so much. Just because of his fighting style, I think. I think a lot of people are going to see him as a boring version of Khabib. Even though I found the fight between him and Leon extremely interesting, and I have all the respect for Bilal now. Number 8, Colby Chaos Covington, loved by so many people at a point. Now, I don't think anyone really loves Colby anymore. Even though he's an incredible fighter still, he's more of a show rather than the fight itself. He's whiny, he's kind of cringe now, and he's just stuck in the past. Number 9, Leon Edwards, the guy that Bilal Muhammad just defeated. Leon never had a big personality, and he was kind of coasting on the fact that A, he's a great fighter, and B, he was on like a 12-13 fight win streak. And as soon as he loses, now, people are questioning, he wasn't that good. He has no personality. He was, he's like an Ian Gary, just a guy who can strike. He's like a Cyril Gahn, just a guy who can strike. I think he gets a lot of hate that's undeserved. It'll be cool to see how he bounces back, but right now I think he's one of the most hated champions at this point in time. Number 10, John Jones. John obviously was extremely loved through his PED reign, through his hitting, pregnant people time, all this and all that. But as soon as he started ducking Aspinall, the hate just, has ensued ever since then. And I get it. Ducking Aspinall at this point is not a good look for John Jones, but I also understand his position. He beats Aspinall, so what? Aspinall is not a long-term champion. He's not the greatest of all time. He beats Miocic. Yeah, he beat the skeleton of Stipe Miocic, but he beat the skeleton of the greatest of all time heavyweight. So I get his position, but I also understand why so many people hate him. Ducking is a big no-no in our sport, and especially ducking a guy like Aspinall who has the skills and the personality. I really like Aspinall, even though he's an NPC. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I got to get to class. Like and subscribe.